Hey everybody, I'm Chris Rupp, founder of Home Free, music producer extraordinaire, and I am going to be going back in time a little bit back in history, and review one of the old Home Free videos. Today we're going to be doing the Kenny Rogers collaboration we did for Children Go Where I Send Thee. Now this was an incredible opportunity for Home Free. Thinking back, we had been contacted by Kenny's manager because Kenny had two twin boys, and their music teacher, I think their choir teacher, had told the two boys about Home Free. And this would have been in 2015. So we had our Christmas album out. We were doing some things. We'd already won the show, of course. And Kenny heard what we were doing, and he loved it. He had done not this per se, but done a lot of vocal harmony stuff when he was younger, and he just really loved that sort of approach. And so he reached out and said, hey, I have a new Christmas album coming out, the last one of my career, my illustrious esteemed career, and I'd love to have you guys be on it. And we said, okay, is this real? Yes, of course. So we got to do a collaboration with the late and great Kenny Rogers. So I went to meet up with Darren Rust, Home Free's producer, and we worked on the arrangement together. Kenny had an inspiration. He had sent us a version of the song. I don't remember what that version was, but it had the vibe and feel that he was excited about. So we took that, and then we just started a-cappella-izing it and putting our little flavors and touches on it. And lo and behold, several hours later, we had an arrangement of Children Go Where I Send Thee. We all got in there and recorded it, and turned out fantastic. Loved it. We did the recordings, though, in Nashville, or at least the start of it, at least the leads, I think we did in Nashville, because we were on tour, and we wanted to work with one of Kenny's guys. And Kenny has a stand-in vocal double kind of person who does the demos for him, who kind of sounds like Kenny and can sing like him. So we met one of Kenny's producers, and we were at their studio. And I remember I was actually in a lot of pain because my back had gone out the night before on the tour bus and whatnot. So I'm walking in all hunched over and laying down on the ground trying to get my back right. I got better as the day went on, so able to get it done, but it was a little worrisome in that regard. But yeah, we sang all the recorded parts for the leads, and then we went back in Minnesota and recorded all of our harmonies, and then Kenny did his official recordings and added it in, and voila, we had this amazing track. And then we decided to do the music video for it to get ready for that Christmas season, and we did this in Nashville as well. Fifth Gen at the time, which was Jimmy, Kenzie, and Riley still. They planned this out. We rented a space to film this at, a little warehousey rental kind of place. And they had this idea of doing all these little neon signs that kind of represented Nashville. So they hung them all over the space, set up the lights. And Kenny's bus drove right there, and he hung out in the bus the whole time as we got everything ready and set up. Kenny didn't walk so well at that point, so we wanted to minimize his time having to stand. But then, yeah, we all stood up there and we did the recording. So that's enough prelude now to this. Let's jump into Children Go Where I Send Thee. Yeah, you can see those neon lights back there.
Children go
There's Kenny.
where I send thee. How shall I send thee? I'm gonna send you one by one. One for the little bitty baby, born of the Virgin Mary, born in Bethlehem. Children go where I send thee. How shall I send thee?
Austin loved doing those kind of guitar-y sounds.
2 by 2, 2 for Paul and Silas, one for the little bitty baby, born of the Virgin.
We all dressed up fancy for this one.
Born.
Yeah, growl,
Born
Kenny.
in Bethlehem. Children go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? I'm
Oh, there's me.
3 by 3. 3 for the Hebrew children. 2 for Paul and
It's challenging with this song because it keeps
One
repeating
for the
itself,
little
kind of like 12 Days of
baby,
Christmas.
Born of the Virgin Mary. Born in Bethlehem.
Children go where I send
There we go,
thee.
Tim.
How shall I send thee. I'm gonna send thee.
And Tim's still doing his bass line, so we doubled the parts.
Three for the Hebrew.
I like that jacket of mine. I think I still have that jacket.
Silas, one for the little bitty baby, born of the Virgin Mary, born in Bethlehem.
Key change. That's a fun arrangement.
Children, go where I send thee.
How shall I send thee? I'm gonna send.
So we wanted to split it up, so we had different home free solos amongst Kenny's solos as well. So it wasn't just a Kenny song.
Children, two for Paul and Silas, one for the little bitty baby, born of the Virgin Mary, born in Bethlehem.
So yeah, Kenny's only with us on these wide group shots.
Shall I send thee?
Otherwise, all of our solo shots, Kenny sat down, so we didn't have to stand as long.
Couldn't get fixed. 5 for the gospel preacher, 4 for the poor that stood at the door, 3 for the Hebrew children, 2 for Paul and Silas, 1 for the little bitty baby, born of the Virgin Mary, born in Bethlehem. Children, go.
It's cool hearing go major and minor.
How shall I send thee?
It's got a nice growl.
How shall I send thee? 7 for the 7 that couldn't
One
get
major.
6 for the 6 that couldn't get fixed. 5 for the gospel preacher. 4 for the 4 that stood at the door. 3 for the Hebrew children. 2 for Paul and Silas. 1 for the little bitty baby, born of the Virgin Mary. Born in Bethlehem. Children, go where I send thee.
I said, how shall I send thee?
I'm gonna send you 8 by 8.
8 for the 8 that stood at the gate.
Oh, it's me again.
7 for the 7 that couldn't get to heaven.
6 for the 6 that couldn't get fixed.
5 for the gospel preacher.
And it's 4 for the 4 that stood at the door.
3 for the
Little
Hebrew
side
children.
looking off to me.
2 for Paul and Silas,
1 for the little bitty baby, born of the Virgin Mary.
Gosh, this is like 8 years ago. We all look so young.
Born in Bethlehem. He was born in Bethlehem.
children go.
One more key change.
That's how the whole thing started, way down in the manger.
8 for the 8 that stood at the gate. 7 for the 7 that couldn't get to heaven.
6 for the 6 that couldn't get fixed. 5 for the gospel preachers. 4 for the 4
building. It's a good ending.
3 for the Hebrew children. 2 for Paul and Silas. 1 for the little bitty baby, born of the Virgin Mary. Born in
Like
Bethlehem.
a
Born in Bethlehem.
Yeah. Whew. That was a fun track. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, it was really a great experience for Home Free and the exposure we got and the connections with him. One of the story with that was kind of one of the worst times of Home Free's rise post Sing Off was through the Kenny experience, because that was when we were supposed to do the Tonight Show and all of our flights got canceled, and we ended up even booking a private jet to get us to New York to get on the Tonight Show to do this song with Kenny. We'd practiced it, we were ready to roll, and we didn't get there in time, and we'd spent $15,000 on that private flight. And it was a very, very tough day. We got there and we ended up hanging out with Kenny in his dressing room for that afternoon, which was kind of cool. It was still such a bummer of an experience. But on the side, Kenny was such a cool guy, and I loved getting a chance to work with him. And even when I ended up leaving Home Free to go my own way, Kenny sent me a really nice email, which I'll show right here, and just kind of giving me love and support, and I appreciate that a lot. It was very, very sad to hear of his passing a year or two ago. So anyway, that was Children Go Where I Send Thee from Home Free. I hope you enjoyed this little walk down memory lane as much as I did. I'm doing a bunch more of these coming up over the next year. It's kind of fun for me to go back this past decade and review these all with you and give you some extra behind-the-scenes information. All right, guys, subscribe, follow me, all that joy, and I will talk to you all later.
All ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem.